not been up there to stop up any time and see our operation. Then along with that, we've been acquiring, of course, a lot of equipment as far as vehicles. And so we had a need for that. And again, the town of Chautauqua just came through beautifully for us, and we now have renovated what was the bus garage. And that is turned into a very nice fire station, and we're still, it's in a process. A couple weeks ago, my wife asked me when we'd be done working up there, and I said about 5 years, and that's about right, Scott? We have a group of people that have work up there, and most of you know Dennis Barmore, going on 70 years old, and he makes me tired. He's just, Denny has been a past medical coordinator and past fire chief in Gary Fire Department, and Denny really kind of developed this group of key people that we named it after a while, Barmore's Rangers. We kind of gave ourselves a big a shot name, you know. But it's a group of people that some of us don't have any skills, we just do what we're told, and some of us can do absolutely anything. And so for the past couple of years, we've been doing that work up there. And Julius Leone figures, we didn't keep track of exact times, but like Marty was coming up with those hours and that cost factor there, Julius figures that conservatively, over the past few years, these are guys that can do anything. They can weld, they can do plumbing, wiring, anything. And Julius really figures conservatively the labor involved has been in excess of $400,000 if you were to have to pay for that. So it's just a great credit to the people putting their heads together and working hard to do that. And so what we have here is Gloria and Norma put together a little PowerPoint presentation that we'll show you here of the guys working on the facility. And it starts off with what it was, which wasn't, you know, needed a lot of work, and to what it's become today. And just in closing, before we run that, when Marty was talking about the cost of everything, you know, our people are just as important to us in Chautauqua County as they are to any other place in the nation. And so we deserve these things. So often, you know, we people in the rural areas kind of put ourselves down a little bit because we think, well, we don't need this, we don't need that. But our people are just as important to us and the protection of them as any other place. And I always tell the guys and gals in the fire service that there is no difference between a fire or a car wreck or a heart attack in Chicago, New York City, or DeWittville, or Mayville. There is no difference. The public expects us to do the same, and it's the same traumatic thing that's happening to people. So we have to do the same job. And the night of the fire, that's, you know, the battalion guys, we got great battalion coordinators, and of course that was Rick Cole's area, and, you know, I don't go out and step on their toes and whatever, but there's certain things you get up and go for right away. And that was one building I left right away for that call. And, you know, that night was a prime example of that. You folks got right at that fire in a big industrial building that could have been bad, could have been a dangerous thing. It could have been also something that you lost a big development in your local community as far as economics. And again, you couldn't tell the difference. It was a great job done. It didn't make any difference whether that fire was in Chicago, New York, or Mayville, New York. It was an excellent job. So, thank you. Okay.
think volunteers are the richest people in the world. Definitely, as many of you can attest to that are here tonight, it is not the financial riches in our pocket, but it's the richness within our lives from reaching out to help those who are in need, who those are facing an emergent situation it's beyond their control, and we try to bring some order, some compassion, and some assistance in that time of need. No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burden of another. This is a very sweet candy bar, and whoever thought of this, it was an excellent idea because it attests to everyone in this room. The photos that were just displayed behind us represents many, many hours of work. They started, you saw sheets of metal going up on the roof. That started 11/25/08. They would finish that project just on 3/31/09. Throughout the winter, they worked every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday, my husband and I, we used to enjoy working on our own fire department, helping out with things in that area. And as we're still loyal to our own fire department, we're also working in other areas to promote overall county preparedness, because we know that it will help everyone in the time of, say, a big event. Hopefully we don't have a big event here. Marty mentioned about the cost. Several years ago, there was actually a study within our county, and it would cost our county to fully pay every fire company within the district over $49 million. Now that's just for fire protection. That did not take into consideration the over 10,000 EMS calls, emergency medical service calls, that were produced during that year's time. I can't imagine you would look at maybe double that number, triple that number to provide both fire and EMS. So our volunteers are definitely in a very secure job, and they provide so much to our communities. Is our job secure? You bet it's secure. We have over 800 people in our community, in our county, on home oxygen. We have over 400 on home dialysis. A third of our population